episode 4, Randy plays Hollow Knight 3.
We continue to talk about RuneScape.
Hey,
Okay,
Theo, what's your
so-
favorite RuneScape weapon?
Well, first I think we need to talk about PvP builds. You see, I'm really adamant, and adamant me being one of the worst weapon materials, even though it's one of the highest crafting ones, Rune being like one of the best free-to-play ones. Again, details, but I'm very adamant that defense is a neglected stat. Everybody's always like, yo, you gotta do attack and strength. It's the hit rate against enemies and the actual damage you're gonna be inflicting and kind of getting all that because you maximize damage. But hey, you know, let's minimize defense. Well, hey, I don't like getting attacked. I'm a person who doesn't do PvP, and like I think defense is just undervalued. You really only see it for ranged tanks. Again, this information is very current as of 2011.
Counter argument. Defense, while it should be up to some degree, prayer can mitigate a lot of the damage taken, considering a lot of people don't have full 100 defense.
I agree. Oh, it's 99, I think, or it was 99 when
Yeah,
99. I think. Oh gosh, I forget what stats. At first, there was only one stat that was 120. It was dungeoneering, which, you know, exploring a dungeon. I love that stat, actually.
Yeah, it's really weird how they added just random shit like hunting and
hunting made
construction.
Construction was cool. Dungeoneering was a real stretch. Summoning was fucking dope. I loved summoning. I was there for that shit.
They just seem too like niche, like hunting, like all that's really like it doesn't really do anything for you overall in the game besides giving you like resources from the hunting animals themselves.
Okay, if you're gonna complain about that, let's hear your argument for fire making.
Okay, so if you're
Randy, are
really
you aware of fire making? The stat?
What?
Are you aware of the stat fire making?
Where you make campfires?
Yeah, it's a stat.
So you're out in the wilderness and all your food is gone. All you have is some raw fish. But oh no, you don't have a fire. And if your fire making stat was you only have one log. You only have one log, a tinderbox.
The log won't burn or anything. It's either you make the fire or you don't.
Okay, you have one log and one tinderbox and one fish, and you're really low on health, and you gotta do it. This is it. But luckily, you're level 99 fire making, so you whip out your tinderbox and you light that log.
You fucking whip it out.
And then you're Gucci.
I mean, this is almost okay. Except.
Okay, and a monster is quickly approaching you.
And you only have the highest level wood logs possible.
Yes, you only have few logs.
Tree wood, which I understand. I don't think there were any trees made after. I know eucalyptus was made after, but it's lower level than magic.
So there you go, Theo.
Yeah, you got me. Okay, roasted. Was there a guy that fell? Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, what happened to that guy?
Just what do you think you're doing? You dare to come between me and my friend? Is it the habit of yours to scurry about, getting in their way and causing bother? Know this, girl. I am Zod the Might, a knight of great renown. Cross me again and you'll find out what they call my weapon. Life Ender.
Maybe no. Maybe just mute that part.
Yeah, I'll dub it over later.
No, that was good.
It was certainly excellent, but
He's a Jamaican. What's wrong with Jamaican?
Jamaican me crazy.
Why does he turn into a big bush and then go into a small bug?
Because it's supposed to intimidate his foes.
Ooh. It is pretty spooky.
Got him. children walked from the dream unto these lands here. We now shall wait patient for the call to return.
What?
Um,
The grubs?
no, these like the bugs here are like kind of like controlled by like a nature spirit.
Ooh.
Is she a fine lady?
No, it's a giant slug.
Oh.
We got another
Yay,
one.
a grub.
Grub.
Fine, Theo, you do the next voice.
I hate voices. I can only do Southern Belle accents. Not really, but I don't think I can actually do that one, but I can try.
Alright, try it out. I think the next character we're going to see is actually a female, so it's perfect. Oh, no. Hey, it's the first
You
death.
have died.
Wow, fucking awful. Delete
Now we
the
got a
game.
drink.
I already finished my coffee.
Okay, so that's where I am. Gotta get up there. This area is just so big. Oh yeah, so I lost all my geos. And so yeah,
How you gonna buy enough?
I gotta do better. But so here's the thing. So now you can also see that after you die, your like magic meter gets cut in half until you retrieve and defeat your shade.
Oh.
So it puts you at a disadvantage
That's
until
it.
you get back there.
What if you die twice?
Then you gotta
Before
go
defeating
defeat.
the shade.
You gotta go defeat the new one.
Do you get, do your stuff still, like, is it still there, or do you just get one try?
I think you get one try, and then after that, like, if you collected stuff and died before you got your stuff back, then you will just have
That's
to
what you're, yeah,
deal
okay.
with the new stuff. Okay, I have to go up and around. So this fire making thing, it
Yeah.
sounded real interesting.
You see, I thought it would help me with Tinder, but it didn't. And my online dating life did not improve very much, because obviously online dating was invented well after I played RuneScape.
It's true.
I remember
I
there's like
stopped
this.
playing with 93, so like,
So-
you know,
What's it? Theo, are you okay with talking about a recent story from your life?
no, my life ended at 2011.
Okay. When you quit RuneScape?
Yes.
Yeah, after that you've just been trying to chase that high.
Oh, 100%.
I can
Well-
tell you a story from my life.
Okay.
Unless you were trying to talk about something.
I was gonna talk about your recent relationship stuff.
Oh, I wouldn't call it. It's not necessarily a relationship.
Yeah, but it's fun.
Fair. Okay. Wait, Matt, you said you were gonna say story first.
Oh, nah, go ahead. I'll tell my
No.
story when you're done.
No,
tell your
I'm
story.
gonna forget. Mine might be long. I don't know.
Okay, I was dating this girl with a big booty, and okay. So the joke is that I was gonna say that and then go on a very long tangent until Theo got bored and then decided to tell his story.
Oh,
Basically, I was going to
I was gonna just
RuneScape.
listen.
I was gonna like, so imagine telling a story to someone who doesn't play RuneScape about RuneScape in depth. They'd be
Are you
like,
saying you
"Alright."
don't go on dates?
No, I'm saying I wanted
what
to
I'm
hear.
hearing.
No, I wanted to hear your story, but you seemed kind of like hesitant to tell it.
Okay.
So I was gonna get it out of you by being annoying.
He was gonna neg you.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you have to ask, Randy, about the girl I've been talking to for 2 weeks
Yeah. Well, I
during
think
the
it,
quarantine, which is kind of cool.
yeah, no, it's cool, but so Matt, I don't think you know this story either. So, one day we're drinking, and
About to join a Skype call for
Yeah.
because Amanda's high school friends. I kind of snuck my way into her friend group,
yeah,
so I joined in very occasionally for some of their calls.
Yeah. And I was making chili. Very important fact. So me and Theo are on, just calling each other to pass time. We're drinking and I'm making chili, and he's talking to me about his latest cute girl that he's matched with on a dating site. And Theo, what was specifically like the question that you approached me with?
Yeah. Okay, I can just recount the conversation. I only like to match with like one person at a time, so she's still.
Boo!
I've tried juggling conversations and I just hate it. I'm really bad at it. Because, like, somebody will tell you a story and you're like, who told me this?
Well, if it's all on one dating app, I think it's fine.
Well, socially, it is very acceptable for our age group to, like, be going on dates with multiple people as long as you're, like, not in a committed relationship. Because there is ultimately the, like, did you talk about this? I personally don't like that. I personally don't prefer it. I would understand if someone was like, yeah, I was talking to other people, and then we went on our 4th date, and I was like, yep, I like you. Like, that, to me, that's fine.
Yeah, as long as they're open and honest about it, I don't see any issues with it.
Yeah, but, like, you're not gonna, like, go on the first date and be like, oh, I'm talking to other people. So there is that, like, dance. I'm just saying I admit it's a thing. First, like, an opening on my profile.
1 second.
They play rough. Start giving me the business.
We're back. Technical difficulties. I also went and bought some stuff in Dirtmouth, real quick. We'll be back.
Theo, continue your story about the fine lady.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I was reading the conversation and I forgot what I was doing. So we were talking about things. I forgot. Basically, so context. Oh, wait. Okay.
Do your southern.
Come no closer.
No.
Okay, wait. How do you do a southern accent again? I learned how to do it and I have to relearn every time I do it. It's like, I'll go
Howdy,
for
y'all.
belly. Come no closer, ghost. It's not very good. I've seen you creeping through the undergrowth, stalking me. This old kingdom, a terrible thing awakens. I can smell it in the air. I know what you are. I know what you're trying to do. I can't allow it.
All right, back to your story now.
No, wait, I wanna.
Is she one of you?
No, she's different. So there's actually a way to just play this game without like getting any of the story. I guess that's also Dark Souls.
Which is actually what I'm understanding the game is. So okay, wait. Everybody seems to be using like small tools and stuff. So I assume we're all like tiny mini people because
Yeah,
that's like a
we're all
sewing needle.
bugs.
Oh, am I just an idiot?
I guess.
Is that the common knowledge?
Yeah, I mean that's like
I mean, like I said
everything we've been
before,
fighting is bugs, and he
Hollow
looks like a
Knight
scarab.
looks like a beetle.
Yeah.
I'm just used to giant bugs in games. That just seemed like a normal thing to me. It's the sewing needle that finally like helped me with the realization. That's really sad, but
Yeah, I mean,
You know?
his sword is called a nail. Like she has a sewing
again,
needle.
you said it was called a nail, not it was a nail. I'm just saying I'm very dense and sometimes need the explicit callouts.
Shit.
I just take everything at surface value.
Don't die, Randy. Oh,
Oh
Ooh.
man. Oh man.
Dang, second death.
so now you gotta fight her and the black thing.
Usually they're actually pretty lenient about that. Like they'll put your shade like right outside the boss area.
Okay.
Um,
Anyway, Theo, tell your girl story. Wait, did she have a big booty?
I have no idea. So, my profile for context, there's like on Hinge, you know, you can have certain questions to answer. You can have, oh gosh, this is gonna be hard for me to focus. I'm not gonna look at the screen for a minute. So like there's certain questions you can answer. If somebody likes maybe a picture of you on the beach, you're like, oh, you like the beach, let's talk about that. It's like you can like specific elements, so then you can start a conversation off of that kind of stuff. So there's one that's like an ideal first date. And just to give you all some flavor about me, my thing is picnic on the mall of the city. My extremely denim picnic basket will dazzle most of your key Instagram follower demographics. And I have a denim picnic basket that my mom bought 2 of. And when they sold their house recently, my dad's like, hey, we have 2 of these. Do you want one? And I'm like, what is it? And I open up a box, and it is like an untouched denim picnic basket, like denim your jeans material. It has this side zipper with its own like cutlery tableware set and like plastic wine glasses. There's a whole napkin set. It is just, and there's even a cheese board and like some knives. It is over the top. And so I'm like, Mom, why did you have 2 of these? And she hates it. She hates it so much. But there was this weird period of weakness where like all of my cousins were getting married a long time ago, where she saw them and were like, these are amazing, and she bought them, never gave one of them away as a gift, and then somehow ended up hating it and 180'd completely. So I inherited it. That and an accordion, I think, are going to be my inheritance from my parents, and I'm very confident that's probably all I'll get, and that's fine.
It's pretty good inheritance.
So, yes, what an inheritance. I'm almost okay at accordion. My mom has been learning, and she really wants to play a duet with me, but I don't really want to learn. I'm okay with only doing the left hand. The right hand's hard.
What's this got to do with that fine lady?
I'm giving flavor.
Yeah.
This is my.
He's spinning. He's fucking spinning a yarn.
I am painting a picture.
You have no class.
Accordion.
So then she likes my post and with the comment, I have a fantastic story about a picnic on the mall. And so, like, what do I do with that other than ask about the story? So I'm like, I feel like I need to hear about it. But that's like, there's a more fun way to ask this. Can I just ask you a weird series of questions to try and guess? So she says, I guess, but I don't believe this is an easy one. I asked for 5 tries. My first one was, does it involve drinking? She said, all right. No, it did not. I'll throw you a bone. The story did not happen to me. So I'm like, what the heck? Why are you telling me a story that happened, like, to your friends or in a movie or something? I don't know. I said, did it involve paranormal activities or famous people? Because obviously those are the 2, like, oh, I met, Justin Bieber while having a picnic. I don't know. Paranormal activities is ghosts or something. She said no and no. Was there a good cheese spread? And she said close but no. And this is kind of where I joined the call with Randy. We were talking. He was making his
chili.
You're making your chili. Very important for this conversation. So cheese was probably involved for your chili. I think you were just in a cheese mindset.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey Randy, fucking wingman for me. This is probably my future wife. I think she's really good for maybe a late fall, early winter wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Winter weddings obviously are really good because, your flower budget's going to be a lot lower.
Yeah.
Just in general, like holly and a lot of like Christmas Eve, not flowers. What's the word I want?
Mistletoe.
Decorations. Plant decorations for winter.
Mm-hmm.
Those are just really cheap. Because it's just greenery. Nobody really
Theo
wants
trying
it.
to save some money on that wedding. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know what? I went to a wedding where the flower budget was extremely expensive, and
the man believes in romance, but he also believes in a budget. Okay.
That's true though. I just think weddings are so wasteful. Don't even get me started on the diamond ring industry. Like diamonds are technically like not worthless, but not valuable. The fact that you should be spending $20,000 on a ring that is not even worth that. It's amazing marketing, branding, all of that, but it is also a lie. That's
I agree. I think diamonds are overrated. I think having
They're
any
equal
other
value
kind of
zero.
stone, like gems, like gemstones and all that stuff, are way prettier than diamonds. Like they would make perfect, wedding.
Yeah. So
rings.
this is all amazing branding.
Yeah, and this is all important to the story too. I want everyone to know that.
All right. But I do. One of the lessons learned I really want to get, one of the key takeaways here is I just think weddings are so overpriced in so many ways. If you tell somebody you're having a wedding, you're going to get about an upcharge of like 150% versus if you just said we're having a family gathering. For the actual like proposal piece, you get upsold so much. I think there's realistic and romantic. I think it doesn't have to be one or the other. Anyway, so I asked her if there was a good cheese spread. She said close, but no. To refresh you all, Randy was making chili. He was ready for a cheese question.
That's right. I was prepared.
So Randy, what did you tell me? Because I was just like, okay. She said a cheese spread is no.
Yeah.
My mind was going in other places. We won't go there.
No, we will go there. Theo was like, I think I'm going to say, so someone spread their legs. And
I did not say I was going to say that for reference. I was just making a joke because it was bro talk.
Yeah.
And it was more just like bad pun.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. But I was like, Theo, what are you talking about? It's clearly someone brought like a melting pot and had fondue like on a picnic.
So then I was like, let's work with this, Randy. And I sent somebody brought a melting pot for fondue on a picnic date. Final answer. And she said yes! Exclamation points. Actually, yes, that's part of the story, and it's how her parents met. Her dad apparently brought fondue to the first date with her mom, and that's fantastic. So
Randy with the big prediction.
yeah, honestly, Randy has been like a consistent wingman. He's never done this for me as a friend before. This is like the first girl he has ever like hit the mark consistently for. You did
I'm
something
finally pulling
else
my weight.
too.
So the other thing
okay.
was,
Yes.
yeah. I also like this one.
So I recently also had my world just like the rug was pulled out from under me because it's not that I live in this world of like blissful naivete, all that bullshit. Naivete. Yeah, I don't know the actual word because I only ever people say that, and I don't know if that's correct, but I hear people say it, so I'm assuming that's actually the word. So I live in this weird, like, sometimes things just never get challenged and I never, like, think about it. And so I go, like, I just carry on with weird understandings that are obviously incorrect if I put an ounce of thought into it, but I just never acknowledge it. And so one of these things came up because...
Well, actually, perfect example.
Okay.
We talked about in this game that the guy looked like a bug.
Yeah, I think that is a really good example. I would be a terrible detective. I notice the pieces, but if I don't think about a puzzle, then I'm not going to try putting them together. So essentially, she and I go on our second date. Our first this is during the quarantine, so it's been like Google Hangouts. The first one was just like we did the 36 questions thing because it came up when I was talking about programming like a chatbot and stuff like that, and how do you like make something that people can fall in love with. So she brought that up, and I was like, oh my gosh, we should do the 36 questions. That was first date. I'm sorry if this is going like way too much into my personal life.
No, it's fun.
The
People
second
like it
date,
in
I was
personal.
like, so she's really into theater, and I didn't know about Trek the Musical, which is on Netflix
Oh.
right now. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, love it. The guy who plays Donkey is fantastic. So I was like, hey, what if we did a Netflix and chill, because we're going to have ice cream while watching this movie for the Netflix party thing, which is where you can watch Netflix together.
Yeah.
And so I was like, we're doing it. I'm going to tell everybody we made it to second base, just like jokingly, kind of like poking at her. Somehow it comes up like, we're talking about third base, and I'm like, she says it's like mouth stuff. And I'm like, wait a second. I thought third base was sex. and that was my internal thought. But then I was just like, I didn't want to admit I had no idea. So I was just like, wait a second, what's third base? just so we understand. And she was like, yeah, it's math stuff, with second base being like
Titty
feeling up.
stuff.
Yeah. And I had realized I had never really thought about what second base was. And so obviously there were a few routes I could go. I decided to double down on the fact that like I made another joke earlier that holding hands was second base in real life, but then like Netflix and chill, we would just be holding hands. So I doubled down on holding hands. And so then she was like convincing me I was wrong, and like we both knew I was wrong. But then I was like, well, let's just like send a text to our friends. And let's see like what they say, because I trust you. You seem like a reasonable person, but I'm also like very wise. I have a lot of very like worldly friends. Like I would trust it from them, because you're just a random online dating person. So we agree on that. I'm doing the speak to text thing where I just like press the microphone and I say out loud my text to Randy so she can hear it. I previously sent another text to Randy that he ignored about how I had a really good idea for a Merchant of Venice remake, where the pound of flesh that Shylock wants is just Antonio's dick. You never addressed it, and I think it's a great idea.
I loved it, but I didn't know how to give it like adequate attention because it was that good.
Okay, good. So then the second message was sent, and that was, "Hey Randy, what's second and third base?" And so Randy, and she sends the same to her friends. Randy's the only one to respond, and he says, "Holding hands in meeting parents," right? And so, just like her jaw drops because it was just like we were so in sync about something so weird and trivial. And I was like, "I'm sorry, but you've been outvoted." So honestly, it's fantastic.
It's been 100.
Yeah, so we actually have a date planned for Saturday. I found another, like, we're gonna try a social distancing one where we just go to a park. I have a few kites, so we're gonna try flying kites.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Are they denim kites?
They are not denim kites.
Damn,
I think denim might be too heavy of a material if you're being honest. But
Dude, not if you blow hard enough.
oh yeah,
now that's
Third base.
yeah, man. My the wind my mouth can generate is at least between 5 and 12 kilometers per hour. I think that's the optimal kite flying speed for wind. I checked today because I was trying to see if Saturday would have nice weather for it.
All right. Also,
All right, Randy, time.
Yeah. I was gonna say that. So
It was an entire episode me talking about my dating life.
it was great. It was really fun.
Oh God, I'm
Um,
sorry.
No, don't apologize. I brought it up. It could have been Matt talking about big booty women.
Yeah, who would want to hear that?
So on the next episode, we will be talking exclusively about Matt and big booty women.
Hell yeah.
See you later, sons and daughters. Bye.
Ugh.